Hello, I'm Sue Gunningham. I'm a writer. I've been a writer ever since they gave me a pencil. I write across a range of genre, kids' books, textbooks, short stories, travel articles, anything and everything. Writers are naturally creative. They have to be because our toolbox is so small. We have 26 letters of the alphabet with which to do everything. We have to describe everything we see, every person we see, every situation, emotions, thoughts, what people said. It's quite amazing, really. 26 letters of the alphabet with which to create whole books for people to read. My job as a writer is to use those 26 letters so efficiently that it's as if I'm whispering in the reader's ear. I want them to understand exactly what it is I'm trying to infer or convey to them. I don't want to tell them scenes, I want to convey the sense of the scene, or I want them to understand about the person through the dialogue that I'm using. Back in 2015, I had my first memoir published. I didn't even know what a memoir was up until that time, but I had lost my partner in the Black Saturday fires, and for 12 months after that, I found myself drowning in a sea of paperwork from police and the coroner's office and the council and the government, and there was paper coming from everywhere, and I couldn't really deal with it all. So I piled it up, and I promised myself that after everyone had gone away and left me alone, I'd get all that paperwork and I'd put it down on the floor, and I'd write the story to myself about what happened. You see, I didn't even believe that my partner had perished. I thought they'd made a terrible mistake and that I would find it when I wrote that story to myself. And so I wrote it, but in the writing I realised that it was true. My partner had perished. And afterwards, after having written that, at the time I was in a writing group of other bushfire victims, and they encouraged me to get that writing published as a memoir. And this was the book that came out of that. It's called All the Days After, and it's that 12-month journey for me. I was happy and sad when this book came out because I had realised it had helped me understand that my partner had perished, but I was sad because the last words on him were the sadness in this book. So I set out to write another memoir, telling me about the happy times that we had prior to the fires. It took me 5 years to write the next memoir because we'd lost everything. I'd lost everything in the fires. I had to beg, borrow and steal from friends and neighbours and relations in order to find enough things to write this memoir. This memoir is called Waldene. It was the name of our cottage, Love in the Shadows. In the writing of this book, I got to relive every wonderful moment that my partner and I had shared together. And in the writing of this, I refound myself. I found the joy of life. I found the laughter again, the whimsy of situations. It was a wonderful book, and I was really, really glad when it was published. As a writer, it's an enormous challenge to use those 26 letters of the alphabet to tell your story, to tell people everything that you have to say, to tell them what you see and what you think and what you feel. I wish you well.